16 years old.
Leave her alone.
That was a good one. Yeah. Scott's on. Alright, Scott's on. Alright. She's just 16 years old. Thinking she's grown, you better leave her alone, she said. 'Cause she's just 16 years old. Thinking she's grown, you better leave her alone, she says. She's just 16 years old, thinking she's grown. With an intangible mind, yet a body. She has the type of body that would make pedophiles need to exorcism 360. A motherless child in a school world to be raised by her stepfather who took advantage of her in all the inhuman ways possible. Verbal assault, physical assault, worst of all, sexual assault. And on his deathbed when she was only 16, he announced to her that she shall amount to nothing more than just 1 minus 1 in her life. Selfish was he. Her disruptive childhood led her to meet him. He was 3 times her age. He had no moral standards and value. He also had no father figure and a mother who worked the street corners that could raise him to be a man. Therefore, the street raised him. He went from orphanage, foster home, and eventually juvie. After all, what do you say to a young man when he has the goals and dream of an entrepreneur but he has no one to invest in him? He took her in, gave her the so-called little love that she ever so needed. He protected her. He was a father figure to her, but he was also her lover. And let me not forget to mention that he was 3 times her age. He had certain ways of making love to her, the way that simple guys like her would never dare to. The way that he would kiss her across the cheek with his fist. Or how about the way he would hug her so tightly with his 2 hands, hugging her tightly across the neck until she would need to gasp for air. Yes, that type of a loving. Now let us fast forward the story to 3 years later. A multitude of beat down STD to a now 19-year-old pregnant girl on her 3rd trimester. And one day, after gambling away the rent money, he got drunk to alleviate his sorrow, came home to the pregnant girl, bust through the door, boom! Where you at, bitch? Come here. And her, she came to him, she said, honey, please don't hit me today. I've been at work all day working 9-hour shift, the baby has been kicking me. He slapped her across the face just for responding to him. He tiptoed his drunken ass to the table awaiting a home-cooked meal with only dirty dishes and roaches. He came back. He swings at her. He had a weird policy. Don't duck. Take it like a man. The irony. She's not a man and not yet even a woman. And for the very first time, she had the courage to duck, grab his hand, and their eyesight met like lovers' eyesight met under the full moon bliss. And then she asked him, what about how I feel? Bitch, who the fuck cares how you feel? Tears ran down her cheek. What about what's best for me? I am all that is better for you. What about what I really need? What about... Before she could even get the next sentence out, he grabs her by the throat, lifts her up, and slams her onto the concrete pavement. Pause. Wrap your imagination around the effect of gravity on the balloon filled with red paint. Or what about a 3-year-old mishandling a glass bottle of ketchup? That is exactly how she landed. Stomach meet pavement. Pavement meet stomach. Internal organs gushing from her private blood from her nose, mouth, and ear. And his adrenaline is kicking, he knows nothing else to do. Rush out of the house. Her body lays lifeless on the concrete pavement, seconds of the minutes of the hours of the eventual next day. The mailman came to deliver an overdue package, peeked through the open door, saw the body, and called the ambulance. And as she was being rushed to the ER, she could envision having a father to protect her, having a mother to teach her self-worth, maybe finishing school, and maybe even having a boyfriend. And the doctor came, and the doctor interrupted her, and he said, ma'am, how are you doing today? I am afraid to tell you this, but you have lost your child. She had no response. She had no one to invest love into her, and she has no love to invest into another person. And he says, I'm afraid to be the bearer of bad news, but you have HIV. The words echoed within her. All she wished was just death. And from distance, you could hear a pastor preaching about self-worth, finding yourself, forgiving and forget. And that's exactly what she did. She decided to forgive but not to forget. She became a motivational speaker to share her words, and one day she received a phone call from a lifetime ago from a distant lover that she ever dreaded. But she agreed to go and see him. Why? Because that was a Christian thing to do. And every step she took to his room, her legs felt like they were being held by shackles. She dragged on to his room. And his body looked like a decomposed carcass. And he says, "Thank you for coming to see me. Life was merciless unto me, and that is why I was merciless unto you. You are the only soul that ever loved me." And as you know by now, we have HIV. But I am also dying from cancer, and my undying wish would be to know that you can actually forgive me for all the wrong that I did to you. She looked at him dead in his eye, balled up her fist. WWJD. No, not what would Jesus do. Something like, what would her favorite singer do? What would Jill Scott do? She grabbed him by the neck and she sung, "You say life's been hard on you, but brother, I got news. It's been hard on me too. You say the world just don't understand, but I ain't the world, my love. I was your lover." She kissed him on the forehead. Forgive, but to never forget. And that is how I was able to hear the story from the birdie, from Grapevine, to share with you all. So each one can teach one to cease domestic violence. Thank you.